What do you see in this scene? Did you see? This is part of the opening of Perfect Days, a 2023 film by legend Wim Wenders starring Japanese legend Koji Yakusho. This scene, in a nutshell, demonstrates storytelling at its highest level. Perfect Days is an exercise in trust, and I appreciate it for that. What kind of trust? Trust in the viewer. Trust that the audience isn't stupid. Trust that we can figure it out and don't need our hands held. There are other movies with protagonists who say as little as needed, offering no explanations or exposition, allowing the viewer to comprehend through observation. You can see this in Tyler Sheridan's 2017 Wind River. There is minimal dialogue. Characters say just enough, and we get it. Sheridan is on record as saying that sometimes dialogue is a trap for an actor. He says never to move plot with dialogue. Film is a visual art. You tell the story with the camera. Surprisingly, WALL-E is another great example. The 2008 Pixar film has minimal dialogue throughout its early parts, and many characters in the film have no voices at all. Even so, we understand the little robot's dedication and loneliness. We get it. 2024's Flow goes even further than either of these. There is no dialogue, and viewers have to rely on visuals alone to follow the story, and the emotions and motivations of the cat, the dog, and the capybara. Truly daring. But we get it. Going back to Perfect Days, we find a protagonist who almost never speaks. At a glance, it seems like he wants nothing to do with society or other people, but we quickly understand that this is not the case. His routine includes eating out at the same places, buying books and cassettes at the same places, bathing at the same public bath, all the while acknowledging staff and other regulars. He just doesn't have anything to say, so he watches and listens and smiles. He is no hermit. He reveals bits and pieces of his character slowly through this silence, and through the rare times when he chooses to interact and speak with others. He is a puzzle, but all of the pieces are there for us to put together. It is a fascinating character study that gradually comes into focus, yet not too sharply. There is still a lot we never learn. What this all means is that Perfect Days is the perfect demonstration of show, don't tell. So, let's look at that opening scene again. Our hero is preparing to head out for work. We understand that he cleans toilets, whatever that turns out to mean. Before heading out the door, he stops to grab a few things: an old model cell phone, his wallet, an old-style film camera, 2 sets of keys, some coins out of a dish. What did we learn? Of course, he takes his wallet. That must have his driver's license, among other necessities. Of course, he grabs his keys. Perhaps one set is for his apartment and vehicle. The other set might be for work. Keys are pretty normal, though. He grabs some coins out of a dish. Maybe he wants them handy? We learn soon enough that the first thing he does after leaving his home is buy some coffee at a vending machine. These coins are part of his routine. He grabs an old-style camera. What does this mean? He wants a camera with him everywhere he goes. We know from his choice of cell phone that whatever camera it has is not very good, so he wants a separate camera. It is a film camera, so there is delayed gratification. He cannot see what the pictures look like, nor even if they turned out at all, until he has the film processed and the shots printed. He's not in a hurry. He can wait. There is no rush. He doesn't use a smartphone. It is just an old model cell phone. It can only be used for calling someone and receiving calls. I suppose it is necessary in case of emergencies, but could there be another reason? Could he be hoping someone calls him? Who might that be? He wants to be accessible for some reason or another, but who? The last thing we learn, he does not take his watch. He's going to work, but he trusts his routine to keep him on time. He doesn't need to know what time it is at every second. He has no appointments, no one is waiting for him. He doesn't have to be somewhere at a certain time other than what his routine dictates. He is not someone who is a slave to a clock. He goes at his own pace. We can learn all of that in a matter of seconds with no verbal explanation, no dialogue, no hand-holding. We just have to pay attention. And I appreciate that. If you've seen Perfect Days and appreciate it in the same way, leave a comment and let me know. Can you think of other films that steered away from dialogue to progress the story? What are some examples of show, don't tell that you have come across? Any comments are welcome, and I look forward to reading them. Also, if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more videos on entertainment topics of all kinds, please leave a like and consider subscribing to my channel. Everything helps. Thanks for watching. See you next time.